itKodie, The Devil's Report.
Hello. Check mic 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello. Aha, it's working. Good evening, Master. I'm here to present a report on our work on it so far. Over the years, we've sought for ways to bring the entire earth under our domain, and Master, I say, we are getting very close. You see, the people of this world have always been easy to win, from cryptic scenes in movies to encoded messages in songs. They are our people and we are theirs, so they like what we give them because we know what they like. So for that side, software crack, cool job, no wahala. But the people of the church have been boy, oh boy. Boss, if I try explain, I go explain, tired, sick of no evidence they make I present. I try everything, but them say no green. Boss, they've really given me a tough time. Well, that was all in the past. That was all then. That was all until I found their secret. Oh yes, I found their desire. You see, the church is all about the gray. No white, no black. Somewhere just in the middle is right where they like it. It's all about how you can play with the grace to make them stray. They dress to look hot, but their spirits get quenched with their thirst for God. So they end up looking warm, forgetting that their God said He will spit the lukewarm out of His mouth. The secret is to turn the church against the church. Oh yes, you just need to turn them against themselves. You know, not the whole truth, just, what do they call it? Aha, a white lie. You see, purity, it is very easy to contaminate. It just needs to be done the right way. Or better still, the wrong way. One drop of sin, one drop of compromise, one drop of stepping in the wrong direction is just enough. One stain of dirt, one taste of evil, one shade of revenge for a loved one, one payback of wrong deeds done, one kiss is just enough to turn the temple into a switch. Doom, so. All because of one experience with an extracurricular God. Just because of one experience with an ECG, an extracurricular God, they become doom. So. The goal is to keep him thinking he's a Christian with a but. He's oblivious too. He thinks he's a Christian only walking in a larger path, not knowing that he is but a Christian because he is walking in a larger path. And before he realizes what was once a narrow way is now a dual carriage with just enough space for Jesus on the outer lane. As I said, it's very easy to contaminate. And so, Master, I present to you the lukewarm church. The church where it's okay to serve God on Sunday and do that which He displeases from Monday to Saturday. The church where the leader says, I am, instead of subjecting to I am. I present the church that will raise their hearts in clubs on Saturday night the same way they raise their hearts in church on Sunday morning during worship. Oh, and let's not forget the selfies for the gram and the pics for the stories, just when the notes are right and the spirit is at work while the truth is being shared. I present a church that will be more concerned about their snap streak than their Bible reading streak. A church where people get sad when they've not heard from their lovers for just a day, yet do not even realize they've not heard from their God the whole month. I present a church where it's easier to starve than to fast, where it's easier to lie than to pray, easier to steal than to give. I present a church where there is pride in increasing body counts than in increasing the number of souls in His kingdom. Master, it's a bit sad that this generation cannot decipher that those on songs meant to worship are not the exacts that the songs meant to worship in itself. It's as if they forget who the angel of music is, and so they take our beats and mention the name of God, thinking that the mention of his name will sanctify all things, forgetting that their God is a jealous God and will not take that which is not his. Master, the only thing to do is to let their leaders misinterpret the scriptures because they read it with their own understanding. And so these things cause the cracks and the gaps in the church. They create these sects that give us our entry points. And so we penetrate and push them so hard till they birth forth lies. We adulterate their lips so deep that they begin to speak fallacies. Master, I've changed their thoughts from the lyrics of the song where they can reflect on the words and cause them to long for the beats where they can dance and lose themselves. The trick is not to cause them not to pray. No, they will resist. The trick is to cause them to pray, but to pray in vain. Deceiving them to pray about everything in tongues they do not understand. So much that they cannot even speak to their father about their weaknesses in tongues. They do understand. Instead of them going to God in their weaknesses to gain strength from him, I've caused them to come to me for trends that will tick-tock their clock in just a snap. The last thing left for me to do was to attack their belief in the scripture. And so I thought of a man, one that will use physical things to disprove the spiritual. Deception, corruption, misconception, speculation, and sophistication are what he will cause them to believe. Wrong philosophies and principles will be inculcated into their minds. Human ideologies will be presented to them in formless theories, equations, and laws that would be written boldly in their textbooks from KG, where they can pronounce A for apple till the end. We'll cause them to believe the lie that never existed. We'll blindfold their eyes to see the true originality of the universe and their existence. We'll cause them to doubt the existence and sovereignty of their source, God, all in the name of discovery and science. We'll cause them to disprove the fact that their God created the universe, making them think that the universe was concentrated into a single tiny point and erupted from nothing. Knowing they won't ask, who created nothing? We'll present them with theories upon theories that will put them in a dilemma where they'll question whether they'll believe the church, they'll believe God, or they'll believe science. Master, in conclusion, the church is under our domain. Once we keep them in the gray areas, once we keep them being hypocrites, once we keep them in the lies, once we keep them in the fallacy. This is my report. itKodie.